MLB The Show has baseball now on a Sunday afternoon at Miller Park in Milwaukee. Today we wrap up the road trip with the third of three between the Cincinnati Reds and the Milwaukee Brewers. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. Carlos Martinez is on the mound for the Brewers in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, he's having a real consistent year. He's got an ERA under 3. Anytime you're doing something like that, you're doing just fine.
Charlie Blackmon is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Eric Karros, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
And that includes losses in the first 2 games of this series, so they just need to have something positive go their way. Salvaging the finale might just be the thing.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit to third. Duffy takes it in and reined in one away. A moment here to take a look at the Cincinnati Reds starting lineup in this one. Steve, what do they need to do to complete the sweep?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
Gene Segura will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Crawford going back on it. Gone! A solo shot here to left. As the Reds strike first, it's 1-0.
Oh, and that's a little vindication here against his former team. You know, I don't think he was looking at this game like it was any other game. He wanted to come in here, make a statement, and that's a pretty good one right there.
Corey Dickerson will step forward now. Currently 3rd in the National League batting race to begin play.
And that is huge for him, too. This is a contract year for him, so he'd love to take those great numbers straight to the negotiating table.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Boy, that's another pitch right down the middle, though, so he's gotten away with it so far, but I think he's given him a little bit too much to hit here.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. And with that, let's take a look at the Brewers defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this is one of the better defenses in all of the league. Very few clubs commit fewer errors than this one. I expect them to be sound in this game.
Into the windup and the pitch. Taken high and deep to right. Sano racing back, still going back. And this one is gone, a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 19th home run for him on the season, and it's given Cincinnati a 2-0 lead.
And early on here, he's having real trouble locating his pitches. I mean, this is another pitch that's biting off way too much of the plate. And they've roughed him up for 2 home runs already, and we're not out of the first yet.
Here's Albert now.
Albert Pujols.
As he swings and hits this one foul off to the right and out of play. Chopped weakly to the left. On to Pierce at first, and the inning is over. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning. Damian Kinsey gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Eric, any thoughts?
Yeah, Matty, in his last start, he was really on his game. Had a bunch of strikeouts and really kept the hitters off balance. We'll see if he can do that here.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Eric, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, well, they've been playing some pretty good baseball, 5-2 over their last 7.
Not only that, but they've got a 2-0 lead here already. So this offense is really providing a big spark for their pitching staff.
Here he comes on 2-0. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him.
And if there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Well, that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
And that misses for ball 4. So an early base runner in the bottom half as they're trying to get one or both of those runs right back. Carl Crawford will stand in now following the leadoff walk. And might we see a bunt attempt here in a 2-run ball game?
Every extra run helps. It's a possibility, but I think they'll probably let him take his chances swinging away.
A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Yeah, a big hole on the right side of the infield. You see it there. With the first baseman holding, the second baseman at double play depth, there's a lot of real estate out there, and he just bounces it right through the opening.
Miguel Sano will stand in, and his guys have got something cooking now with 2 on and nobody out.
And down by 2, this is a good opportunity to try to put yourselves level.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And a sliding try at that one, but it'll get through for a base hit. The run scores from second. It's now a 2-1 ball game. So striding in, Steve Pierce, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. And with that, time to take a glance at the starting 9 for these Brewers. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, Jacoby Ellsbury is really a guy that's fueling this offense right now. He's a guy you cannot fall asleep on when he gets on board because he will run on you. He's in the top 5 in steals in the National League, and we'll see if he can add to his total in this one.
First pitch on its way. Matt Duffy comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a pretty fair umpire. Sometimes a pitcher will get a call in the corners, but he rarely has people barking at him about a strike zone.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. In to score from third is the tying run. Throw won't get him. So that early two-run deficit is now history as they've come back to tie this at 2 in the bottom of the first. Marwin Gonzalez will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. He's set. Here it comes. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Oh, and he knows he let one get away right there. He may not see a better pitch to do some damage with all afternoon.
And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next 2 pitches. So you got to see if you can get him to chase.
Turned on down the line. But a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Runners are at second and third with one down. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
I tell you, that was not an easy take.
It sure wasn't, especially when you've got to protect on an 0-2 count.
And he's able to fight this one off, foul to the right, and the count will hold at 1-2. A shot down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there. But one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. Set to deal on 2-2. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the defense for the Cincinnati Reds. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, defensively, they have the lowest fielding percentage in the majors. Not a lot of fun when you're out on the mound and you don't know if the guys behind you are going to make the play. We'll see what happens here.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
Well, he's really had to work hard here in this first inning. And you got to wonder, how much is that going to take out of him?
Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1.
That trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
Sent on the ground out to second. Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as this side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Second inning straight ahead here at Miller Park, and we are tied 2-2. Steven Sung will start us off here in inning number 2 with our score tied 2-2.
And with the way both teams swung the bats in the first inning, we may be looking at a lot more runs than that.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Squared that one up just a little late. Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. And it's a fly out to start the second, 1 away.
I don't know, 2 pitch here. He knows he's got to protect, and That's sort of a defensive hack move, just trying to make contact, and the result, an easy pop-up.
Nick Castellanos now. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. 258 the average to begin play. 6 home runs and 38 runs batted in. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
He's come at him with all off-speed stuff so far, but if I'm at the plate, if I'm hidden, I'm thinking he's going to have to throw a fastball here sooner or later.
And the pitch on 2-1. Right side hit hard. And that'll find its way into right field for a 1-out single.
This is all about taking what's given to you as a hitter. If they want to keep working you away, fine, let them. You just have to take the approach like this. Drive it to the opposite field. Now they'll think twice about working you out there next time.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. The batting average down in the low 210s. 2 home runs and 8 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
A pause and the 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
Looks like he's finding his bearings here a little bit better in the second after a rough first inning. He gets the strikeout right here, but boy, he could have used one of these an inning ago, that's for sure.
Everett Cabrera will stand in now as the National League's leading hitter entering play.
And not bad for a second baseman. There are some good ones, but second base isn't typically where you'd expect to have one of your best hitters.
Curveball looked at here for strike one.
A little bit of hang time there to that curveball. I don't think that's exactly where he's going to want to throw that pitch going forward. It worked out right there, but he better find a little extra snap on that pitch in the future.
And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. Man at first with 2 out in a 2-2 ball game. Called a strike as he pulled the bunt attempt back. 1-2.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Crawford sprinting after it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. On now to the bottom of the second, and Miguel Montero strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Catcher, Miguel.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. He pulls this one into right, and that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
And after giving up 3 hits in the first inning, he turns right around and coughs up another here to start the second. This is not a winning formula, so I think he would dearly love a double play ball here.
Adonis Garcia will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Now a changeup here to start things out, but that'll dip a bit too low, and it's 1-0.
Well, this second inning's not starting out any better than the first.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
You can bet he's a little rattled still from that first inning. He gave up a lot of solid contact that first time through the lineup.
Hit hard back up the middle. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Well, not really all that tough a play heading up the middle, but you see it takes a funny little hop there at the end, and this will be scored as an error.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury, from the stretch. Now a first pitch curveball floats a bit high that time. It's a ball and no strikes.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Hit out towards second. Segura for 1. Return throw gets the speedy Ellsbury. It's a double play.
First and second, nobody out. You think you're in a great position to do some damage here in this inning. And then, the one thing that you could not have is the double play, and that's exactly what you get.
Here's Carl Crawford now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And even after the double play, you can still make something out of this inning with a simple base hit here.
And he falls behind 0-2. Oh, 2 count. Here's the pitch. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. And if you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
Swing and a liner. And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. In to score is the runner from third. It's a 3-2 ball game. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
And already we've seen some hard-hit balls in these first 2 innings. And this was not one of those high-fly ball where no one can reach it kind of doubles. This thing is a rocket shot, and it's going to wind up driving in another run.
Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double. Steve Pearce is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And a slider tails outside for ball 1. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
That's popped up now towards short right field. Cabrera onto the grass, and that's the 3rd out. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and a runner left on. We've played 2 full. The Brewers lead it 4-2. Back at Miller Park in Milwaukee as we get you set for the top of the third. Charlie Blackmon is set to start things out here with his guys down a pair as we begin the third.
Yeah, you need a good leadoff at bat here, Matt. It'd be big if they could punch back a little bit in this inning.
And here's a fastball called for strike one. Hot shot towards the hole. And a base hit now as that's how the third inning gets underway.
And this is what folks mean when they talk about time in the fastball. He looks at the first pitch just to get a feel for the speed, the movement. And then when it comes again, now he knows how to handle it.
Gene Segura standing in. Runners off for second. Pitch inside the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. So not wasting any time here as he's running first pitch and nabs second on the stolen base. And as we check out our Reds leaderboard, we find that he currently sits third best on the club in that department.
Yeah, clearly he's not their go-to guy when it comes to swiping bags, but he's good enough at it to keep opposing teams honest. That was a nice steal right there.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. Bunt attempt, but this one might have too much on it. And he will not have a play behind him. It's an infield single.
Wow. This is a great example of what not to do when a guy's trying to give himself up. I don't know if he heard someone yelling for third or what, but they wind up not getting an out here at all. This is a big letdown defensively.
Standing in now, Corey Dickerson, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
Pitch out, nothing doing. Third inning here, already 4-2 our score. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. High in the air and deep to left center field. Crawford ranging back to the track, but he can't get there, and it bounces over the wall. It's a ground rule double. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Mookie Betts. And he'll be tasked with bringing home the potential tying and go-ahead runs, both of which are standing in scoring position.
Definitely a really nice opportunity to jump out and get that early lead and get the other guys up against the ropes right now.
Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Sometimes guys can get keyed up in big spots like this, and that's where that curveball can be a real effective pitch.
Swung on and chopped up the middle. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Yeah, with the runner going on contact right there, this is going to be an RBI ground out as he's in to score and tie this game up.
Here's Albert now. And he takes ball one. Then he thought to bring in the infield in here with one away.
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now. A lot of balls down in the zone in the last inning or so.
And I think that's in response to getting bit by those 2 home run balls. He might be a little leery of challenging guys right now.
This ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 5-4 game.
Boy, it's only the 3rd inning here, and he's already given up more hits so far than he did in his entire start last time out. He hasn't been able to reproduce what he had going on last time, at least not to this point.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Steven Sung, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, he's just flat out a better hitter from the left side. He's a switch hitter, but it's no secret this is his favorite side to hit from.
Swing hard liner to left center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Boy, they are really sticking it to him right here. That's the 5th hit he's coughed up in this inning alone, and you got to believe that leash is getting a little bit shorter with each passing batter.
Nick Castellanos will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Surprised that the bullpen hasn't swung into action yet?
Yeah, you know, now that you mention it, I think I'd at least get a couple guys up there scurrying around down there, or thinking about ordering a pizza or something.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Ellsbury is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. And he is in there.
A little bit of a risk there with 2 away. You don't want to run yourself into a double play to end the inning, but he's able to make it up there, and that puts runners on the corners now with 2 outs.
Wellington Castillo stands in. The 8th man to bat in the inning as he'll get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out.
Oh, this has been a very nice inning for them so far, but it still could get better.
First offering on its way. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. Hit hard towards center. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third. The relay throw. The tag, and he is out at third, and with that, the side is retired. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Reds 6 and the Brewers 4. Matt Duffy will stand in to lead things off here in what's now a brand new ball game.
Yeah, and how about that last half inning? Now it's up to these guys to respond, maybe punch back, if you will.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1.
Now, after a rough couple of innings, you'd like to give your guy a chance to straighten himself out here, but I also think you got to keep your options open in case he just doesn't have it.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now. Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
He tried to get him to bite on that pitch, but it was way out of the zone there. It didn't even tempt him. Now he'll need to make a much better pitch here on a 3-2 count.
Hit to short. Segura has it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Now after the 4-run inning, we'll get to see if he approaches things any differently now that he's working with the lead. You know, you figure the approach will be similar, but That's a good job anyway of getting the first out here.
Here comes the first pitch. Marwin Gonzalez comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Fastball called for strike two.
He's just working east and west here. He'll be fine if he just stays out of the middle.
In the air out to straightaway left. Blackman will put this one away, and that's out number two.
Boy, these are the kind of days where even I want to grab a bat. Everybody in that offense is hitting the ball hard somewhere.
Starlin Castro stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses inside 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, however, strike one. Here's the 1-1 delivery. A ball and 2 strikes. The count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
And this would be a good bounce back inning for him. He's looked a little shaky here in these first few innings, so a 1-2-3 inning would be just what the doctor ordered.
Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Hit well on the ground to first. Fielded cleanly by Pujols, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. 3 innings complete. Reds out in front, 6-4. Everett Cabrera is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th. Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. Slapped hard the opposite way, but this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. 1 gone.
Sure not fooling a whole lot of guys in these first few innings. That ball was absolutely raked, and it's not the first one that's been hit hard. He's just fortunate that that one was right at his man.
Here's Charlie Blackman now. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. This is line to left. Oh, and he botches it. He'll take the turn and head for second.
Up next for Cincinnati.
Boy, that's a little surprising right there. I wonder if this ball maybe knuckled on him a little bit right at the end. There's no way he lost it in the sun. It wasn't hit high enough.
Gene Segura standing in as he swings and pops this one foul off to the right, out of play. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Hit to first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
All right, now you're looking at no way for them to manufacture a run, really. There's a guy on third now, but 2 outs. That really wasn't all that helpful.
Corey Dickerson steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Crawford has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Leading off the inning, Miguel Montero, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Hit in the air out to left. Blackman is there to make the catch, and the home half of the fourth starts with a one-pitch out.
The designated hitter,
Adonis Garcia, the hitter now, 0 for 1 on the day after reaching on an error his first time up.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
Cabrera into shallow center. 2 gone.
now batting.
Yeah, you know, it's not always easy to pick up the baseball on one of these bright, sunny days. But he shades his eyes well, and he puts this one away for the second out.
Jacoby Ellsbury stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error thus far in the game for Milwaukee. And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0. Three and 0 now. Carl Crawford would be next. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And no doubt about this one, it's in there, 3-1. And he takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. And another foul ball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Score remains steady at 6-4. Mookie Betts heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Drilled right back up the middle, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
And now another base runner for him to contend with now. And as we bring up his line, you can see that's an even 10 hits against him so far. And you have to wonder how much longer they're going to let him stay out there.
Here comes the Milwaukee skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. Jack Barlick is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. A 1 pitch on its way. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit, but at least this one was out on a corner. But I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too much.
Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both the lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out. And the runner back easily. A little bouncer. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Ready with the 0-2. Here's a chopper for the shortstop. Gonzalez barehands it. 1 there. Throw to first is going to be offline, so they just get the 1 on the play. It's fair to say that early on at least, the runs have come in bunches here this afternoon. A high-scoring affair thus far, and we're only in the 5th inning. Steven Sung will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. 6 runs, 10 hits. 1 error on the ledger for Cincinnati so far. Pulled toward right center field. After it is Ellsbury. But he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he's safe.
Well, I think they've seen enough of this guy for the weekend. He's absolutely eating them alive, and he's at it again as he drives this one for 2 bases.
Nick Castellanos now as he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. Second and third here, 1 man out. Down the third baseline. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. And the runner from third crosses the plate. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. That makes it an 8-4 ball game.
Now batting, catcher
Wellington Castillo will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. Hit on the ground to short. And that's through for a hit.
A little bad luck there defensively. If that's hit at an infielder, it's a double play. But instead, now you're in hot water here with 1 away.
Into the box now, Everett Cabrera. Sacrifice attempt here. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Oh, and with 2 guys on already, they couldn't afford to make this any worse, but they managed to do it here by somehow turning a clear sacrifice attempt into a bunt single. That could really come back to hurt.
Charlie Blackmon gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Crawford ranging back. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. Number 11 for him on the season as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Well, I don't know. You know, I'm not a big fan of second guessing, but I guess that's what I'm paid to do. You know, why would you leave him in with the bases loaded?
The batter, number 2.
Gene Segura standing in.
Gene Segura.
As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Over to the first baseman, Pierce, and there are 2 gone now.
The right fielder.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He doesn't really have a chance to set himself up, so this is all arm, but he makes it look routine.
Stepping in now, Corey Dickerson. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
And you kind of wonder if he's learned anything out there. There's another pitch right down the middle. I think he's lucky that that one didn't get hit a long way.
High and deep to right center field. Ellsbury going back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Solo shot to right center. Number 18 for him on the campaign as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Well, we can show you the replay here, but I'm not all that convinced that this ball has even come down yet. Goodness gracious. This is a fastball that he absolutely barrels up. And with his strength, this ball's going a long way.
Now batting. Center
Here's
fielder,
Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts.
As he'll swing and send a line drive out to right field. Into a slide, and he makes a great catch to retire. Carl Crawford will stride forward to lead it off. And I'd imagine he'll do so with some tired legs after being out in the field for that last half inning.
Yeah, that was a killer. He could probably use a minute or two on the bench, but he gets pressed right back into action here.
Due to time constraints, we'll pick this one up in the top of inning number 6.
Leading off for the Reds. First
Albert
baseman,
Pujols will
Albert
stride in as he'll
Pujols.
lead things off here in the Cincinnati 6th. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Swing and a little tapper. But that one rolls foul. Takes this the other way to right. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Now batting. The designated hitter.
Well, I hope
Steven
this guy's not on your
Son.
fantasy team, because look at those numbers. He's been dreadful.
Stepping in, Steven Sung. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Therefore it is Crawford, one gone.
And you'll see where this pitch
Now
is.
batting.
It's up,
Third baseman,
but it's up far
Nick
enough that he can't
Castellanos.
quite get on top of it. And he winds up lifting a lazy fly ball.
Nick Castellanos now. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Runner at first here, one man out. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Bounce to first. Pierce is there. Gonzalez for one. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just one at second.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo, as he swings and pops this one foul off to the right, out of play. A runner on first with 2 away. Chop foul right at home plate. Here's the 0-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. Sano is there. And that ends the inning. One left for Cincinnati, but they still lead this one by a comfortable margin. Starlin Castro will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Time to move ahead to the top of inning number 7. Everett Cabrera will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here. Shot towards second. And that's through into right, so a leadoff single here to start the 7th.
Man, these guys have been aggressive here early in the count. Some people think, oh, you might want to take a pitch to start in that bat. And sometimes that's great, and it works out for a lot of people. But what you should be thinking is, I got to swing at strikes, and I got to get my pitch. And if it happens to come on the first pitch, let it rip.
First pitch of the at-bat. That's yanked into the stands, strike one. Now a snap move over to first, and the runner will get back standing. And again a throw and a dive, but he's back. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit hard to short. And a backhanded try into the hole that's short, but this gets on by.
Well, for a relief pitcher, he hasn't given him a whole lot of relief. That's back-to-back singles now since he showed up, and he's in a heck of trouble now.
Gene Segura will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. He's set, and the pitch. And a rare display of small ball here as he puts this one down. And the throw will come to first, so the sacrifice works as planned.
I don't think you can ask for a whole lot more right here. You get back-to-back singles, then a good sacrifice, and just like that, they're set up for what could be a big inning.
Digging in, Corey Dickerson. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Now, this guy is such a great bad ball hitter, and all he did is go up there and tomahawk that thing.
Ready to deliver, here's the first pitch. Belted high in the air out to left. Crawford racing back at the track, and the run is in to score from third. The tag, and they got him coming back to third. Mookie Betts strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Swinging a soft liner. That's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And the runner from second is in to score.
And the beat goes on. Another great at-bat, and what else is new? They've now thrown 15 runs up on the scoreboard. Now that is a good day's work.
Albert Pujols steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Crawford giving chase. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So 2 runs on 4 hits. Digging in, Miguel Sano. He singled his last time up. Frank Reese will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Striding into the box, Miguel Sano. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. We'll look ahead now and pick this one back up in the top of inning number 8. Into the box, Steven Sung. He flew out in his last at-bat. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him because that thing was right down Broadway.
And, oh, look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Getting late in the day here, and as this has been a long one, we check out our line score to this point. The scoreboard operator's going to sleep well tonight because, as you can see, he's been a pretty busy man through the first 7 and change. Into the seats, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
I think he needs to cut down on his swing a bit, get a little more compact, because he ain't going to be touching those fastballs.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Now batting, catcher
Wellington Castillo stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Sano is in pursuit. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Reds are down in order, but they still hold. Jacoby Ellsbury gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Jerry Blevins will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Jacoby Ellsbury stands in. And we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9.
Leading off for Cincinnati.
Now to the plate, Everth Cabrera, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Out in front as he rolls over it to second. Gloved by Castro. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
You know, there's no such thing as a routine grounder with this guy. If you take your time, he's going to be safe. He'll beat it out. So that's a nice job of getting rid of it quickly and getting him at first base.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now, as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Shortstop
Gene Segura strides into the box now, launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Here's the 0-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Reds. They still lead. Matt Duffy will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yep, this is mop-up time out there right now. But hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up.
So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 33 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game MCTS bus service is available on Route 90, running downtown.